morning and or afternoon, Blood Bowl fans. This is Gamba, and I'm here to do a really super quick recap slash next week upcoming awesomeness. And my stays is saying stuff to me now. Go away, Staircase. Got stuff to do, people to see. Want to keep this under a half an hour, so let's jump into this. Division 1. Here's what we got for this week. We got a 1-1 versus the Corsairs High Sales. Big tie. That puts them out of the number 1 seed. Super awesome game. It's up on YouTube, so give it a look-see-poo. Monsters of Rock taking a 2-0 to Stefan. I know Stefan's been kind of holding out hope. He's been trying to keep his game face on and losing a little bit of momentum, but hang in there, buddy. If not this season, next season you're getting a huge buff to your team. Thorn and Company versus Elven Fantasy. Think Thorn is on vacation. He's giving me a heads up. Bummer for him, so he'll be taking a loss unless they can get this game in the next couple hours, which I doubt is going to happen since they're in Australia and it's already tomorrow. Green Bay Packers taking a big loss against Interdimensional Bullshit. Toast taking a big win for him, moving him up, bringing Full Metal down. Full Metal's not out of it yet. Depending on how the rest of the season goes, he can still get in the top 4. Plenty of weeks left. I know it's crazy. It's a really long season. Hang in there, kids. Lizard Rhymes taking a win over the Orkin Revenants. I believe this is the first win of the Rhymes whole season. Congrats on the victory. I know it has been super tough. Hang in there, dude. I know you're an awesome coach. Your luck is turning around, hopefully. Reddit Ratazote taking a 2-0 over Mountain Coldbloods. Talked to the coach of Coldbloods. He said it was a crazy match. He was not prepared. He was like, what? These are rats. They're quick. They're crazy. That being said, taking a sip of water, that puts Hamboy number 1 seed right now. The guy with the target on his back for G-Man Division 1. And Midsummer Nights taking a 1-0, which is also super helping his standings. Let's take a quick look at the leaderboard. Ka-chow, we got Hamboy, High Sales, Dreamify, and then Walkerthon as our top 4, with a close second. Right there is Midsummer Nights, followed up by Coldbloods, Toskai, and Demu right on the trail, and then Chargers and Pack Masters following up the rear. And the people fighting to keep themselves out of the Division 2 is Wizard Stefan, Mr. Dexter, and Lizard Rhymes. Still a bunch of weeks ago. Still multiple people that can pull it in for up here. Let's take a look and see what their schedules are looking like for next week. And make some predictions. Alright, we got Chargers versus Corsairs. Super strong Elf team versus a pretty strong Elf team. A lot of people are calling the... drawing a blank Elven Fantasy Light team, pretty much, with the way the development's coming. Both good coaches, should be interesting, big game. Corsairs can't afford a loss if they want to make it into the top 4. They need to keep winning, because you can't keep relying on the top 4 losing. Even though it's been a good strategy thus far, we can't do that. So, another big match, Midsummer Nights versus Coldbloods. 2 really big matches, both of them are fighting for the top. Also a big match. Hamboy can't afford to take any losses, and Remnants are looking for a big win, which will help boost them up. And if they can do it to Hamboy, oh boy, can the tides turn? Ah, can you feel it? It's that Blood Bowl energy, plus working 17 hours. Let's keep going. Lizard Rhymes versus the Pack Masters. Pack Masters have been diced pretty hard last couple matches. Looking for a win. Lizard Rhymes are just getting on their win streak. Should be interesting. Let's see what Nuffle thinks of that match. I'm going to put that on my let's keep our eye on and maybe do a video sees. Elven Fantasy playing Interdimensional Bullshit. High Elf on High Elf actions. Crazy Thrower versus kind of mediocre Getting There Thrower. A lot of inducements are going to be turned over to Mr. Toast. Toast, it's your time to shine. I keep vouching for you. Do it. Do it hard. Win. And then we got Thorn and Company versus Stefan. Should be an interesting matchup. High team value team with a lot of Dauntless versus kind of high team value team with a lot of block and crazy skills. Both crazy skills. This Stefan's kind of all over the place. Thorn's kind of tactical, ready to get there dwarfs. Should be an interesting matchup as well. And then we got High Sales versus Monsters of Rock. These guys played last season. It was fun. Should be another fun match. Alright, that's it with that. Let's pop over to Division 2. See how quick we're going? We're like bam, bam, bam. Alright. Quick off the bat, we had a 2-0 because of dropout. So 99ers getting a free win, helping them out, bleeding Hippie out immensely. Heretics a Lizards. Heretics of Lilith taking a 2-1 win against the Bargain Boozers. Heard it was fantastic. Take a quick lookity-poo. 12 armor breaks, a pass, and a touchdown. This actually looked like it would probably be a fun watch. Maybe we'll do a recap and a nice little level up. Alright, this was the biggest match right here of the week. This team putting in a 1-1 draw really made things interesting. The Big Bang Bastards drawing Light's finger changed up how things would possibly go for the leaderboards, and we'll take a look at it real soon. Nordic Superstars taking a 2-0 to or 0-2 to maybe Orcs will work. The Vargs making another win, putting him at top of the board. Big giant circle on his back saying, "Kill me, please. Somebody do it. I dare you." Priest getting a bye week, helping them build up some team value, and a 4-0 with the Shadow Hill Cowboys to Underworld's chance. Hang in there, Underworld. It will turn around. I know it. I know you just rolled this team, I think, so they're still pretty new. They're going to become murdery. They will be great. Make Chaos great again. Alright, hop over to leaderboards. Oh, I spoke too soon. We have a tie. Shadow Hill Cowboys versus the Vargs. This is a super interesting tie. Both of them are going to be fighting it out, and it should be super close, because I know Gengar is looking for that invitation. Oh wow, I didn't even notice. A three-way tie. I know Andy's also going to be looking for that invitation. This is crazy. They have all already played each other, I believe, as well, so none of them are going to get the chance to knock each other out. It's just going to depend how they do on the rest of their matches. Followed up by the Big Bang Bashers, pretty close behind. The 99ers following up. Orcs will work, having a pretty decent season. Same with the Bargain Boozers. Light's Finger still got a chance to move up and down, but should be pretty safe. Followed up by Kuko, our resident from Russia. Love you, guy. A little shout out. Mr. Racky with his superstars, and then Underworld, Sunbros, and then our dropouts. Let's take a look at what we got next week. We got chaos on chaos action. I'm hoping to see some death and gore. I expect it, even though you're both not super developed. Cowboys getting a bye week. Kudos to them. That's going to help them out. We got the Vargs versus the Priests. Some rats on really OP Norse. Rats, go get them. Kick them while they're down. Superstars versus Sunbros. Sunbros. Light's Fingers versus maybe Orcs will work. And we got Bars and Boozers versus Big Bang Bashers. Should be a bloody match right there. Maybe he can get to the Skinks. That could be the big thing that will turn it. If Bargain Boozers can pull a W, it is a big win for him. Moving him up the ladders, giving him a shot to be on the tails of the top four. And then Lilith also getting a bye week. So two of the big top three getting a bye week. So Vargs, if they take a loss, that will knock them out of that top three and be a devastating blow. And that's all I have to say about that, but not really. Take a quick look at the Vargs, because somebody seriously needs to murder this team. Alright, look, we got level 3 guard, mighty blow, Yeti. Terrifying. Block on an oof worlder. We got that guy, he's something. But this is the terrifying. Strength 4, strength 4. Holy cow. He's almost got like a freaking Lizardman team with no skinks on it. Somebody do something about this. It's ridiculous. Alright, enough of that. Like I said, we're doing this uber quick. The missus is going to be home. Gotta knock it out. Jumping over Division 1. Take a quick look at what went down here. Alright, Crimson Pride taking a win over the Knights Who Say Knee. You go, Mr. Man, with your humans. Rock out. Harley Quinn's with the bye week, so Alpha Sigma Sigma gets a free win. Knocking him up a little bit up the scoreboard. We got Odin's Beard taking their first, I think their first heavy real loss against the Pastry Pest. They've been on a streak for a little bit, and that was nice. Texas Tryhards tying up Horny Cricket, putting a little pressure on him. Crazy match. It's up on the YouTubes if you want to watch it. Handsome Jacks taking a loss against the provocative protagonist. I need to cover this match because I kind of want to see what happened. Let's take a quick look. We got a little bit of time. 11 armor breaks, 1 death. Ooh, that's harsh. And then 15 armor breaks with the 2 touchdowns. Keep in there. Keep strong, buddy. I know it's a tough division. I know I've already talked to you. You said you're going to fight tooth and nail, and I will hold you to it. Alright, New Day Co-op taking a 2-0 over Tilly. Man, Tilly is having a rough season. Hang in there, buddy. Things will turn around. And Game of Roses getting stomped out with a 2-0 by Mr. Eisen Mike. Congrats, Eisen Mike, on the victory. Let's see what this does to our scoreboard. We got our fearless winner, Mr. Luminous. Water break. Doing this fast makes me thirsty. We got New Day Co-op with Kool-Aid coming in next to him, and then we got Crickets O'Horny, followed by Eisen Mike. I like this. We got a little bit of a breakup. It's not Lizardman like last season. We got some Rats, we got some Chaos, and then we got some Lizardmen. Ed the Mad is following behind, not too far behind, like I'd like to say. Same with Provocative Protagonist, and Tilly's right behind him, followed up by Odin's Beard, and those are the people in Safeland. Right under that, we got Handsome Jack, Alpha Sigma having a rough season. The Texas Tryhards are right in the middle of the pack, and Texas Tryhards are bringing up the rear with Crimson Pride, Knights Husseini, and our dropout team. So, should be interesting. Let's see what's going on for the next week coming up. Crimson Pride getting a free win. They're going to need the break. They're going to be pretty happy about it. It's going to push them up the leaderboard. Knights Husseini versus Odin's Bard. Should be an interesting match. Two of the fresh teams of this league battling it out. We got some dwarf on dwarf action with Texas Tryhards versus Alpha Sigma. The two bottom of the bin dwarfs fighting it out. We got Handsome Jack's getting his chance to punch some rats. Be careful, buddy. They are much quicker and much violenter than you think. Violenter is not a word, but I use it anyway. I don't cur. New Day Co-op getting a chance at Horny Cricket's recently destroyed, beat-up team. Let's see if this is the downward spiral that Mr. Cricket thought it would be, as discussed in our match. And then we got some lizard on lizard action. Huge match right here. These two right here can turn the top four. Mr. Mike is hanging on by a thread, so he really needs to pull the W if he wants to stay in playoff territory. Alright, and that does it for Division 1. Let's hop over to Division 2, and we are coming to a close. Let's see what we got. We got them Purple People Eaters taking a 0-2 to the Crunch. Congrats on the W. We got Yeti the Party versus Dwarf Fortress. Super close match. Could not break armor. Yeti the Party has made a bribe with Nuffle, and their AV7 has turned into like AV1,000,000. Neckbeards versus Surfs Up. We got 0-0 action on some Norse. Pretty awesome. Tiny Bubbles taking a loss to Resistance is Feudal. Kudos to you to taking on one of the top seeds and knocking them down a peg. Rats off to you, tying with Animal Farm. And Steven and the Dwarfs are tying with Black Raven Brawlers. A lot of ties, a lot of really close matches this week. Kudos to you guys putting on some good matches. Sorry I didn't have more time to do some more video reactions on all these. And then we got Blackfire Loyalists versus the San Diego Blitzers taking a 1-1. Let's see what it does to the leaderboards. We got Yeti the Party still up on top. Tiny Bubbles, even with a loss, is still taking that 2 spot. Blackfire Loyalists in the 3rd. Neckbeards in the 4th. And then Crunch is coming up on their tails pretty close. And Black Ravens is falling right behind. This spot right here, number 3 to 6. Is gonna be where the real action is. Everyone else is kind of starting to trickle off. We got Animal Farm coming up, Surfs Up, Stefan and the Dwarfs, and bringing up the rear we got Resistance is Feudal. Still pretty close actually. Good chance that they can pull themselves out of it, of the danger zone. San Diego Blitzers, the Dwarf Fortress substitute team, and the Purple People Eaters. Taking a look at the week to come. We have Dwarf Fortress versus the Big Crunch. We got Surfs Up versus the People Eaters. Resistance to Feudal versus Yeti the Party. Let's see if he can keep this trend up of knocking out the top seed. See if he can score a victory. We got Animal Farm versus Neckbeards. Black Raven Brawlers versus Tiny Bubbles. San Diego Blitzers to Rats off to you. And Stefan and the Dwarfs versus the Black Loyalists. Should be some super awesome games coming up. I am interested to hear your guys' picks and who you think is going to be making it to the playoffs in the different divisions. I'm also interested to see what you say about each other's teams. A lot of the teams are coming along nicely from the lower division. A lot of teams that have really good shot at coming into that upper division and stirring the pot. So let me know what you guys think, and that is it. That is the fastest weekly recap plus preview in all of the freaking universe. I'm a little sleepy. So that's it, guys. I will check you guys out laters.